Y'all, this what happened inside Michael Jackson's childhood home.
Michael Joseph Jackson was born in Gary, Indiana, near Chicago, on August 29, 1958. He was the eighth of 10 children in the Jackson family, a working-class African-American family living in a two-bedroom house on 2300 Jackson Street. And yes, their street was actually called Jackson Street when they lived there. Michael Jackson's childhood home, which was originally built in 1949, was minuscule. Located only 25 miles from downtown Chicago, Gary was where Joseph "Joe" Jackson settled at age 18, and is where he met and courted his future wife, Catherine Screws. Married on November 5, 1949, the newlyweds purchased the tiny abode in 1950 for $8,500, consisting of only 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 672 square feet of living space, and measuring about 100 feet deep by 50 feet wide. When you consider that at one point in time all 11 members of the Jackson family lived there, it is almost unbelievable. According to biographer J. Randy Taraborelli, of the house, Michael once said, "You could take 5 steps from the front door and you'd be out the back. It was really no bigger than a garage," which ironically enough, the property lacked. Taraborelli explained the living arrangements as Catherine and Joseph shared 1 bedroom with a double bed. The boys slept in the only other bedroom in a triple bunk bed. Tito and Jermaine sharing a bed on top, Marlon and Michael in the middle, and Jackie alone on the bottom. The 3 girls slept on a convertible sofa in the living room, and when Randy was born, he slept on a second couch. Jackson's former neighborhood was typical of a harsh working-class African-American community. However, Michael would learn from an early age that his childhood was different from other kids. In his memoir, Jermaine writes about looking out from their house at the decorated homes across the street when he was 8 years old and Michael was 4. "We observed all this from inside the house with no tree, no lights, no nothing. Our tiny house was the only one without decoration. We felt it was the only one in Gary, Indiana. But Mother assured us that no, there were other homes and other Jehovah's Witnesses who did not celebrate Christmas." In August of 1969, Motown Records moved Joe, Michael, and the rest of the Jackson 5 out to Los Angeles, where they were put up in various hotels. In December of that year, the rest of the family relocated to California, whereupon they all settled into a Mediterranean-style house in West Hollywood. According to Taraborelli, the living room of their new abode was twice the size of their entire former home in Gary. Dubbed the City of the Century, the King of Pop's birthplace once had a peak population of 178,000 residents, but this has since dwindled to only 78,000. Providing Gary with rapid growth during the first half of the 20th century, the steel mills, where the musician's father Joe forged a living before Jackson 5's rise to fame, made up for much of the city's economy. However, the former industrial city has since fallen on hard times and is now largely abandoned, with 20% of properties in 2015 recorded as vacant, and many of its inhabitants have moved away following the decline of the steel industry in the 1960s. On June 11, 2003, Michael Jackson returned to his hometown. He then entered Gary's City Hall to accept the key to the city and have a brief press conference. He stated that this was his first trip back since age 9 and he was very happy to be home. Afterwards, Michael visited the old house of the Jackson family. He greeted a relative, Tim Brown, who at the time resided in the house, as well as more than 1,000 people. Inside, Michael reminisced. Tito slept here, Marlon slept there. In the living room, Michael told relatives, "Here we rehearsed all the time." Gary resident Carol Walker said that she last saw Michael in the 1960s as he climbed a tree in the front yard. His brothers were busy loading and arranging musical instruments in the family van. She said, "We've been waiting so many years for his return. It's important for the kids. He can come back and tell us what he has gone through since he left Gary." Today, very little of Michael Jackson's childhood home has changed in the 45-plus years since the family last lived there. The 2-bedroom house at 2300 Jackson Street has become a tourist attraction, particularly after Jackson's sudden death in 2009. The only major difference is that, shortly after his death, a large marble plaque honoring the fallen icon was placed in the northeast corner of the front yard, but was suspiciously removed in late 2018 to the dismay of many fans and local residents. It seems that the Jackson family may still own or be involved with the dwelling somehow. Property records list the owner of the house as the Anthony Otis Whitehead Trust, whose address just so happens to be the business address of Brian Oxman, one-time lawyer for MJ and current lawyer for the Jackson family. The mayor of Gary, Karen Freeman Wilson, says the Jackson Street of Dreams project is buying the house next door and turning it into a small museum shop. The mayor also says we are exploring the next steps to see who may be willing to fund rehabbing some other homes in the local area. Tune into one of our latest videos right here, and also check out our online store for our latest pop icon-inspired styles. Thanks for watching The Detail. We'll see you next time.